Modern beer manufacturing can involve unexpected additives. In fact, industry insiders acknowledge that many big-name beers contain hidden ingredients. For example, one insider note mentions that beers may legally include caramel colorings, additives linked to inflammation, and even fining agents from fish swim bladders, none of which appear on the label. Most canned beers also use BPA-lined containers, so consumers face a barrage of chemicals before even pouring a pint. With this in mind, we have investigated 8 popular beer brands that raise red flags, and 4 alternatives made with cleaner, well-disclosed ingredients. Budweiser is often criticized for its UN-disclosed brewing aids. Independent tests have found trace glyphosate residue, a weed killer, in samples of Budweiser. In the past, Greenpeace even reported finding an experimental GMO rice protein in Budweiser's long-grain rice ingredient. Anheuser-Busch admits the rice may have micro levels of engineered protein, though they claim it is removed during brewing. Despite listing only water, barley, rice, yeast, and hops on its site, Budweiser's corporate disclosures have not forced it to reveal any hidden stabilizers or coloring agents. The cans themselves are lined with BPA plastic, adding another possible source of contamination. Budweiser's formula is also under scrutiny for sugary adjuncts. Activists note that Anheuser-Busch's domestic light beers, like Bud Light, use corn-derived fermentables, dextrose, to lighten the body of the beer. Even Budweiser's own parent company recipe admits to using a special corn syrup that contributes to color and body, very likely from GMO corn. In short, despite its transparent 5-ingredient marketing, Budweiser arguably relies on industrial yeast fuels, rice syrups, corn sugars, and hidden processing aids, making it a brand to treat with caution. Like its parent, Bud Light uses corn-derived sugar that is not guaranteed GMO-free. In fact, Anheuser-Busch's response to inquiries confirmed that corn syrups may be derived from a mixture of corn, conventional, and biotech. Bud Light's yeast nutrition relies on dextrose, corn sugar, a fermentable ingredient likely sourced from biotech corn in the U.S. This means Bud Light contains the same GMO concerns as other mass lagers. It is also filtered and often canned, so concerns like isinglass finings, fish bladders, and BPA lining remain relevant. In short, Bud Light offers light body and calories, but at the cost of obscured processing and possible GM feedstocks in every bottle. Miller Lite, Molson Coors, openly uses corn syrup in brewing. The Miller Lite website itself boasts that corn syrup is the fuel yeast needs to ferment into alcohol. While it insists this is not high-fructose syrup, it is a GMO-prone corn product. Molson Coors' own statements admit they cannot guarantee their corn ingredients are GMO-free in the United States. An independent investigation found Miller and Coors beers contain corn syrup and hop extracts, which are essentially processed additives to stabilize flavor. These ingredients, combined with non-listed stabilizers, undermine any all-natural claim. Furthermore, glyphosate, weed killer residues were also detected in Miller Lite during testing, reflecting pesticide use on the grains. For health-conscious drinkers seeking transparency, Miller Lite's heavy reliance on corn adjuncts and hidden processing aids is a warning sign. Coors Light carries many of the same issues as its sibling Miller Lite. It, too, is brewed with corn-based sugars and likely GMO corn. The United States PERG pesticide study found Coors Light had over 30 ppb of glyphosate residue, among the highest of any beer tested. In practice, Coors Light is brewed quickly with adjuncts like corn syrups and hop extracts to cut costs and maintain consistency. Its widely distributed cans almost certainly use BPA-containing linings. In short, Coors Light trades old-fashioned grain bill purity for industrial shortcuts, genetically questionable corn, synthetic stabilizers, and potential chemical residues. Consumers seeking natural brewing might want to avoid this mass-produced light lager. Corona Extra, the Mexican import by Constellation Brands, is another mass lager under scrutiny. Its official European ingredient label reveals a mix of malted barley, corn, rice, hops, plus additives like papain, a meat enzyme, ascorbic acid, vitamin C, and propylene glycol alginate to stabilize the head. United States Corona likely has a similar formula. Investigations have flagged Corona for adding GMO corn syrup to its brew. The PERG pesticide screen also measured about 25 ppb of glyphosate in Corona Extra. In short, Corona is made very thin and is literally kept stable with chemistry, not just natural malt. Drinkers of Corona may be sipping compounds, corn enzymes, vegetable acids, food emulsifiers that are never disclosed on the label. That makes Corona Extra a beer to reconsider if purity is the goal. Pabst Blue Ribbon is a classic budget American beer, but it too relies on cheap adjuncts. The brewery confirmed that PBR is brewed with corn syrup and dextrose, which the company's own communication described as carbohydrates and simple sugars, from the corn syrup and malt. In effect, PBR's flavor and body largely come from fermenting these corn-derived sugars, very likely GMO corn, rather than high-quality grains. No ingredient list is published on cans, so consumers have no way to verify anything beyond water, barley, and hops. Like other cheap beers, PBR is also canned often with BPA plastic lining. Its low price thus comes paired with the worst of the worst ingredients, unchecked GMO sugars, and hidden stabilizers. For those avoiding the most highly processed beers, PBR is not a clean choice. Guinness Draught is often thought of as a premium stout, but it contains its own questionable inputs. According to independent inquiries, Guinness has used both high-fructose corn syrup and standard corn syrups to lighten its body, despite later claims to have dropped HFCS. Moreover, Guinness famously uses isinglass, a clarifying fining agent from fish swim bladders, which is not listed on the label. This animal-derived gelatin removes yeast to make Guinness crystal clear. But many drinkers, vegetarians, vegans, etc., would not expect any fish product in their beer. Glyphosate testing also found a moderate residue in Guinness. In short, Guinness hides more than its Irish heritage. It relies on corn sugars and animal glues to achieve its flavor and clarity, violating the consumer's expectation of a simple ingredient list. Busch Light is another economy lager made with heavy processing. The brewery admits that Busch Light is brewed with dextrose, corn sugar, in addition to barley. This extra sugar is likely GMO corn to make the beer thinner and more fermentable. As with any big label beer, Busch Light comes in cans with industrial linings, and it is also pasteurized and filtered using potentially undisclosed aids. In practice, Busch Light is essentially a light beer cut with cheap corn sugars rather than a pure barley brew. For drinkers prioritizing natural ingredients, Busch Light's formula of corn additives and hidden chemicals is a red flag. 4 beer brands that are safer. Michelob Ultra by Anheuser-Busch is positioned as a clean label light lager for active consumers. According to the company's formula disclosures, Michelob Ultra is brewed using organic grains, while not fully certified organic, and explicitly no artificial additives. In other words, AB has committed Ultra to a simpler recipe: water, hops, yeast, and organically raised barley rice. This results in a lighter, lower-calorie beer, 85 calories, 2.5 g carbs, that eschews high-fructose syrups or colorants. For someone wanting a well-known lager with fewer hidden chemicals, Michelob Ultra's transparency and use of organic ingredients make it a safer bet than other domestic light beers. Sierra Nevada Brewing is a craft brewery famous for sustainability and ingredient integrity. Its flagship pale ale is brewed primarily with certified organic malted barley and hops. The company's brewing facilities use solar power and environmentally friendly practices, like composting spent grain. While not every Sierra Nevada label is fully organic certified, the brand prides itself on organic select ingredients and on shunning artificial additives. Importantly, Sierra Nevada was the first brewery to install the largest solar power array in its operations, and even uses organic hops in some batches. For drinkers concerned about contaminants and synthetic chemicals, Sierra Nevada represents a step up. Its beers taste bold without resorting to sugar adjuncts or clarifying additives. New Belgium Brewing's Fat Tire Amber Ale stands out as a nearly chemical-free brew. Fat Tire was the first United States beer to achieve certified carbon-neutral status, reflecting New Belgium's overall commitment to sustainability. The brewery uses high-quality malted barley and hops, often sourced responsibly, rather than cheap fillers. New Belgium's packaging is lightweight and recyclable, and the company rigorously avoids artificial preservatives and colors. In practice, a bottle of Fat Tire contains only what is needed for flavor and fermentation, plus strict eco-conscious sourcing. For viewers looking for a popular United States craft beer with minimal additives and transparent practices, New Belgium is an excellent choice. River Brewing Company, California, was the first certified organic brewery in the United States. It uses 100% organic malt, hops, and other ingredients in every batch. Because of its organic certification, Hill River's beers are guaranteed free of GMOs, synthetic pesticides, and artificial stabilizers. They also use minimal processing, no hidden clarifiers, just natural settling, and no chemical additives beyond the basics. The brewery's focus on authenticity and transparency means you can trust the ingredient list. If avoiding contaminants like glyphosate or BPA is a priority, reaching for an organic lager like Eel River Amber Ale is one of the safest moves you can make. Consumer awareness makes a difference. If a beer's website or label does not clearly list exact ingredients, consider that a warning sign. Favor brands that voluntarily disclose their formulas and use certified organic or non-GMO grains. We hope this guide helps you make more informed choices in the beer aisle. If you found this investigation useful, please give us a thumbs up. Comment your experiences, share this video, and subscribe for more food and beverage deep dives. Cheers!